Well, for these 6 seniors, it's the final time on Sergeant Mullen Field in a regular season Weymouth High boys soccer game. As tonight, the Wildcats on to the tournament once again. Take on the Wumps of Braintree. Good evening, everyone. Mark Ducharme to call you play-by-play. As this senior night here at Sergeant Mullen Field, the Wildcats looking to cap off the regular season, go on to the tournament, hopefully get a home game. We'll wait and see. It's just how the pairings pan out. As Weymouth and Braintree meeting once this year. Weymouth 1, Braintree nothing. As they will look to make it 2-0 against Braintree, which is also going to the tournament. And we'll get ready for the start of this one in just a moment. You're watching Weymouth High boys soccer action here on Weymouth Community Access. Well, the Wildcats will be in the home white, Braintree in the traveling blue and white on senior night here at Sergeant Mullen Field. As Brian O'Reilly gets the start on senior night. As Lucas Rosende Verge just go up front and play a forward possession. As the Wildcats will attack Tim Miller and net for Braintree as we're underway. And the Wildcats, 1-0 win. As Eric Guerrero got their goal in that game. Verge, who's got a great ability, he can play forward if need be, trying to attack the Braintree defense and creates the problem for Mark Donovan. And the free kick coming up. Bill McEachran going to all 6 seniors as far as this one goes. This is junior Jake Davenport who got the game and only goal out at BC High that qualified the Wildcats for the tournament. As Davenport flipped it into the middle, but Davenport's goal, second half, gave Weymouth the win. Verge get the shutout, his 10th of the season. In Weymouth, business as usual, back in the tournament. And you consider the fact that this team started 0-4-4, and they're presently 8-5-5. I mean, 8-1-1 since that start. And that all began, that 8-1-1 roll against Braintree over at the Herget Complex at Memorial Field. As Perez on the throw-in, Verge deflects it around. Now for the Wildcats, it's just, find out who you play, where you're going to go, and get ready for the postseason. Here we go. It was Barnstable that came into Weymouth, and the Wildcats get the goal from Jake Davenport in the second half. Went up 2-0 and won 2-1. Then they played Braintree and got the only goal. Mikey Lynch got that goal, and then Weymouth was able to just roll to the 1-0 win. Braintree never really got great chances. The Womps just trying to play defensive style and trying to slow the Wildcats down. They were able to keep them in check for the most part. Then the Wildcats get that great win against Oliver Ames in the tournament. A 3-2 overtime win. The Wumps, well, they worked their way to the tournament. Coach Gary Burke was wondering if this is going to be a group that had the ability. Mark Donovan and company just didn't have that good run in the middle of the season. They were able to rebound and make the plays at the end. And the Wumps are in the tournament. Gary Burke has been able to get the Braintree program in the tournament consistently. And they've been a solid, competitive team for the Wildcats to deal with. It's a good one to go in. Senior night, you're playing a team that's in the tournament. It's a good battle and a good test for each of these teams. Jack Perez and company just trying to finish up and get the best seed you can. Peter Dirksmeyer bounces it in. Tim Miller grabs it. There's Tim Miller. And net for the Wumps. He's a junior. It's lovely upfield. Verge just trying to get it. Lucas, Perez team up. Lucas trying to curl and deal and cannot as it's cleared away. Donovan had him cut off and got support from his sweeper, Sean Kelly. Throw in for the Wildcats. Well, quite a day. It is in the last game of the regular season for both Weymouth and Braintree, and both boys and girls soccer and volleyball. We brought you the volleyball match, which was a hotly contested, and to the end, the Weymouth girls just couldn't overcome Braintree's size. But the Wildcats and boys soccer looking to make it 2-0 against Braintree and move on. Drexmeyer and company, and just Bill McEachran felt that his team just did not give Braintree any chances. That was the big thing that he was proud of in that win. He says, we played good, solid defense. We didn't let them get the chances. And the Womps never could get going. The Wildcats were vulnerable at the time. They were struggling, and Weymouth found its ways. Dan Kelly on the throw-in. And the goal kick for Brian O'Reilly. Check that. Everybody was coming through. It looked like it was going to be called a goal kick. Ryan Martin and Braintree get the first corner kick of the match. O'Reilly does the job. Brian O'Reilly coming up with a nice grab. In traffic? That was the thing. Brian O'Reilly, you had to get, who do you get to play behind for a couple of years? Lucas Resende Verge, who's been one of the best goaltenders on the Bay State Conference, but probably in Eastern Massachusetts for the past couple of years. Not an easy situation. Joey Long. Verge's just been unbelievable this year, and his ability on the free kicks to set up things for the Wildcats is just, in this 8-1-1 run, has been a big plus. As we're nearly 6 minutes into this contest, no score. Weymouth and Braintree, and Brian O'Reilly stopping the Ryan Martin corner kick. Jeff Perez trying to get that first good opportunity for the Wildcats. Jeff Perez slips through. Through the middle it goes, and it just couldn't be connected. As Joey Long just fires it wide. Just underway. Student sections in rare form. They were in rare form. They just came out. It's funny. A chunk of them. David Harrison, Matt Long, and some of the football players combined with some of the other athletes in the school. And they were in watching the volleyball game, and they were in rare spirits. And then they're having fun coming back out and watching this one. Wumps trying to get something going. Dirksmeyer cutting it off. As Alex Hunn just trying to get through. Weymouth and Braintree, we talked about game one. Wildcats getting that goal in the first half and making it stand up. One of the things this team has been able to do is just make the things happen. Dirksmeyer in the second half go 8-1-1. I mean, it's just been very nice. The defensive rotation, everything that they've done, it's been solid. Jake Ford bounces it in. Miller and Perez battle, and Miller just get the angle and grab the soccer ball from Jeff Perez. Lovely, Jake. Dunphy boots it upfield. Dunphy, one of the Braintree captains. Wildcats in control. Verge to the near side, off the feed by Perez, taps it to himself, trying to turn the corner. Lucas does, and drill one to Tim Miller. I don't know, looked like Verge just thought he had the better chance to get the shot than he did as far as the crossing pass went. Lovely, deflects it off. Alex Hunn out of bounds. Wildcats will have the goal kick. Riley. Billy McEachran hanging out Lucas Resende Verge right away. Just giving him some work. Lucas, I think he's going to Well, it appears is going to be used in segments as far as this one goes. Make sure he's healthy, and make sure that everybody is ready to go, because in the tournament, for the Wildcats, they're going to be a tough team to deal with because the defense is just getting better. That's going to be one of the things for this team in this 2013 postseason. They become opportunistic, and defensively they become very tough to deal with. Look at the Needham game. Very few chances for the Rockets, the defending Division I state champs, in that game. Like Serafini's food bar, as usual. Jacob Lovely. Joey Long trying to get it upfield. Braintree. Sahafis. As he tries to work it through, and the Wildcats able to kick it away. Ryan Martin, who got a good corner kick earlier in this half on the throw-in.
Substitution for Braintree, number 14, Brian Connie.
Pascal. Austin just can't get a pass, and Braintree controlling. Womp still trying to put some pressure on. They just can't get through the core of the Weymouth defense. Dan Kelly will try on this throw-in. November and tournament time. It is always entertaining, and it's always who is the new hero and going to make things happen. Brian O'Reilly and Weymouth trying to create their heroes. Last year you had the Mikey Lynches, the Jack Lynches and company, Kenan Zerkis. I mean, just a lot of people making things happen. You can look back in that hockey tournament from last year in the winter. We had Wildcats, Stephen Ganley, Kirk Gutting, Brian Gosnello was kidding him prior, as Jake Davenport was one of those heroes. Davenport rolls it through. Arias just can't crash into the net. Jeff had the chance and just didn't finish. Jake Davenport has done a magnificent job in making some opportunities. He's been that type of player. As Jeff Perez throws it in. So the Wildcats have had two great chances here in this opening half. Peter Dirksmeyer tries to make it three, but shoots it over the net.
Number 12, PJ
Student section looking to erupt. Davenport trying to settle the soccer ball down. Trying to beat the Braintree defense. Does get through. Jake, just some good support defense by Sean Kelly after Mark Donovan got beat, and the Wildcats get a corner kick. Jake Davenport to deliver the corner kick. And Miller punches it out. Well, Tim Miller in the last 5-6 minutes has had a little bit of work to do. Connor Hudson Bryant and the Wildcats have been able to put some pressure on. Jeff Perez had an opportunity, just couldn't claw it through. Steve Lanata, look back, the 2-goal effort in the Framingham game. And he tried to get an opportunity short side and couldn't. But he does get the corner kick. Davenport will try to deliver. Jake twist one in, and Braintree's blue shirts. And then rebound put in, blocked. Loose ball just couldn't be put in. Well, the Wildcats have done everything in the last few minutes but score. Maybe a chance. Oh! Austin Mescal stopped by Tim Miller. Tim Miller, nice save right there. Wildcats just putting the pressure on.
Bryant, can he twist and turn and get it going to the net? Can't. Ryan Martin did a good job in cutting him off. A little over 15 played here in the first half. Weymouth controlling, but it was still scoreless. Tipped nicely by Long. Davenport, who's got that good move to the middle. He fires! Miller the save! Tim Miller right now has kept us scoreless. Miller has done everything to keep this scoreless. And Jake Davenport on the corner kick. Long just couldn't go through the Braintree defender in getting it. Long just can't get the ball there. Long might get a chance on a third time. Brendan Kelly trying to cut him off. Joey Long does get it. Goal line extended, trying to go through. He didn't have anything going to the goal line. And Braintree takes it away as P.J. Morin does the job. No, Maskell gets cut off. This is Lanata. Wildcats turn, roll, and Miller doesn't have to worry about that one. It's shot wide. Tim Miller to kick. And we'll keep heading to the Weymouth net. Davenport clearing it out. Fanned on by Joe Harrington, and it's a rarity. Harrington is a pretty good hockey player. We've seen him in hockey. Good defenseman. Coach Dave Fasano's team, and well, some intriguing battles last year. And the one in the tournament will be long remembered. But as far as that goes, on the field, the long tournament game between these two was pretty interesting, to say the least. Harrington played well in that tournament game last year. Martin cut off. He's got 3 white shirts to beat. Lanata strips him of the ball. And Steve has too many blue shirts that recover nicely. Alex Hunn trying to go up the field, and Peter Dirksmeyer gets help in cutting him off as they get Dan Kelly, who ended up with the pass from Hunn. Jake Davenport, nice move. Davenport hauled down and says, isn't there a kick to the net? Still, there's no kick to the net in his immediate future, or just have a, oh, yes, he did. Jake was just wondering. No real signal was given. That was why. Looked kind of confusing, and Jake Davenport on the kick. Jake has to come back to him. Let's get those quick first 2 steps that just make it tough to deal with. Like that. Jake just somehow maintains control. Slides it across. And the Braintree defense from the weak side makes the play. Mark Donovan clearing it away. Corner kick. Well, the Wildcat pressure has been there. Davenport. Miller punches it away. Tim Miller's played outstanding first half. And the Wildcats still can't crack Tim Miller. Jake Lovely in the middle of the fray had a chance, and he just couldn't crash in and put it away. Shane Adams. Boy, you talk about key situations in this season for Weymouth. Look back, Shane Adams, that goal in the Natick game that gave Weymouth the win over the Red Hawks, and that was a key win. At the time, the Wildcats were struggling a little. Halfway through this first half, no score, but you look back in that one little segment on this run in the second half. That particular game, Natick and Weymouth, the Framingham game, the Wildcats getting down 1-0, then 2 Steve Lanata goals to pull it out. Those are a couple of play segments right there in the season. And they get the streak started against Braintree, but then they're just some key moments. Need them. It might have been scoreless, but the Wildcats were just, a couple of inches from winning that game. Connor Hudson-Bryant, no place to go because too many blue shirts, and Braintree just doing a good job, but Mark Donovan couldn't get it as it was cut off by the Wildcats. Drew Lovely. And the fans rooting for Lucas Resende Verge to get back into the game. He's part of that crew when in other sports when they're all cheering. This is a crew that all of a sudden just emerged in games. In the side, we've shown them a couple of times. Donovan chips it to the middle. Wildcat Steve Lanata clears it out. Brendan Kelly. As O'Reilly comes out and grabs the Sean Kelly kick upfield. There's no score here in the first half. Weymouth and Braintree. Braintree got the first opportunity on a Ryan Martin corner kick. Weymouth has owned the last number of opportunities, about 5-6 opportunities they've had in this first half. Lanata can't get it. Adams has it. Shane looking to the near side, tried to slide it through for Davenport, cleared away. Mike Donovan out of bounds, throwing for the Wildcats in this scoreless first half. Lanata. Well, Austin Maskell just couldn't get it through. Two Braintree players. Sean Kelly and the Womps trying to work it upfield. Jake Four almost with a push, but Alex Hunn able to get some help in getting it upfield. Brendan Gowan. Gowan got off to a great start a year ago. Well, he was the Womps' featured goal scorer. Davenport just flails the hands up to bother, and O'Reilly off the throw-in by Dan Kelly. Alex Hunn just gets it directed on net, and Brian O'Reilly was waiting for it and just bombs it upfield. Dirksmeyer for Jake Davenport. You can see more confidence in this team as the season's progressed. Lanata into the side of the net. Even though that play didn't pan out, group is Billy McEachran looking on right now. Group that just, it feels, you can almost see getting to the ball, being more aggressive and attacking more. And it's going to help out. And the win over BC High, which is going to be one of the better teams in Division I South, is going to help. Well, Peter Dirksmeyer finds out that it's going to be Braintree's free kick coming up. As we head towards 15 minutes to go in the first half, no score. It's Brendan Kelly and Braintree trying to get something going. Harrington couldn't keep control, and Shane Adams has some room to run. Adams, well, Dan Kelly, Adams trying to twist to the net. Goal kick coming up with Tim Miller. Miller. Upfield, knocked down, Weymouth. Raylan got pushed by Kelly. Lovely. And Weymouth trying to work it back upfield. Kelly is just a very aggressive player. He's been fortunate last one that nothing was called. Here come the Womps as they try to get something going. Davenport, who's created some good chances here in this first half, has room to run, and that could be frustrating because he gets it to Austin Maskell, and a nice play by Braintree as Mark Dunphy cuts him off at the last moment. Jake Davenport getting the corner kick. Whoa! I think it was Jake Lovely who just almost caught the corner on Tim Miller. Here we stay scoreless. In the Bay State Carry Division, you're going to have Weymouth, Needham, Brookline, Framingham all going in the tournament. 5 in the 6 teams, only Newton North, will be watching. Other than that, I mean, Walpole, Wellesley in the small schools. Davenport couldn't deflect it off Donovan, throwing for the Womps. League once again, very, very difficult. Dan Kelly just going through a Wildcat. Hun trying to turn the corner. Peter Dirksmeyer is at the corner, and it's all said and done, and Shane Adams just chips it out. With 28 minutes gone in this first half, no score. Weymouth and Braintree here on Weymouth Community Access. Well, Jake Lovely just let it go out, and Brian O'Reilly on the goal kick. Davenport trying to get to it, gets some help coming down the field. Wildcats, Anthony Henson trying to crash in. Are cleared away by Mark Dunphy. Jake 4. Lovely gets a chance to just loft it upfield. Lanata trying to control. Lanata can't. Brian O'Reilly just will survey and look where he's going to punt the football down. Little push by Braintree. Weymouth will keep going to the Braintree net. Dan Kelly says, wait a minute, how did I push him? And you get told, yeah, you did. You shoved off, was the call. But Womps get the chance to settle down, and for the most part, Tim Miller has kept them from making anything happen. Is rolled in. Miller will not see it come to him because the Braintree defense, as Dan Kelly did a good job in knocking it down. Break. There's a push on Weymouth. Go back as far as getting the ball on the restart. Kelly chips it through. O'Reilly will not see the shot from Ryan Martin. We'll see a corner kick instead. Martin, a good corner kick in this first half. Ryan O'Reilly made a nice play on it. And Martin will not take this particular corner kick. Vikendas Hoffus. And nobody getting it. Eluded O'Reilly, eluded a couple of people. And the Wildcats clear it away. Peter Dorksmar does just that. Well, the Womps getting a little segment of pressure on the Weymouth net. Kelly just lofts it in. Bouncing around, and Braintree puts it in. Mark Dunphy grabbed it and put it in, and the Womps take the lead. And despite all the pressure Weymouth had on Tim Miller, it is Mark Dunphy putting the Womps on top. Davenport can't get it, throwing Weymouth. Weymouth has controlled this first half. Tim Miller is the reason they're down 1-0. Mark Dunphy the goal. And the Womp defense has been able to cluster around Tim Miller in the last few minutes and give him less pressure to deal with. Hutton gets room to move and offsides. The Wildcats are fortunate on that one. It appeared that Hutton had delivered it in perfect timing, but it's told no. O'Reilly downfield.
Braintree goal scored by number 10, Mark Dunphy.
Well, Kelly coming back upfield, and Drew Lovely trying to cut him on. As Brian O'Reilly will grab it. Five and a half left in this first 40 minutes. And Braintree's Mark Dunphy has them on top. Well, you look at all those opportunities for Weymouth. You don't want, you've got to be a little bit frustrated right now. Be down 1-0. Chances have been there. Weymouth get a couple of opportunities. Starting with Lucas Verjay's opportunity. Coming in from the near side and just blasting when Tim Miller grabbed. Jake Davenport created a couple. Jeff Perez had a chance. Davenport can't get the pass through after making some pretty moves. Lovely. Takedown. Long gets taken down by Danny Kelly, and Danny Kelly is just another takedown. And now this gets ugly. Not what you want to have happen going into the tournament. You don't want red cards to come out. You don't want to lose a body for the tournament. And both coaches, not what you want to have happen. And they'll call a timeout to the side. Got a little bit crazy. 1-0 Mark Dunphy with a goal for Braintree. One official to each team to say, let's get this garbage cleaned up in this play. both coaches can complain and also say, what the heck is going on, too. But I think that's both situations. Both Billy McEachran and Gary Burke are looking out and going, like, what is going on here? And I think it's one of those guys, we're going to be nice to you. We could have just tossed a couple of people on that. And just, that was one of those, don't do any, we're going to give you a break. Because that could have been, both of them, Kelly and Long, could have been tossed right away. There's no question about that one. They both, as far as the action went, could have been given the night off. And then that could have been also, that goes into the tournament, and you lose them from the tournament. Both coaches do not want to lose them. Davenport tried to slide through and cut off the play. And Jake, as far as Justin Fripp goes, couldn't cut him off. And the throw in for the Womps. That's one of those, we just don't want to, that was being nice situations. Davenport, nice speed to get to him, but Jake just couldn't control it. Problem was, too, in breaking up the play, and as far as this first half win, you break up the play, too, you can also cause a problem as well. Sufficient time to be kept on the field. Ryan Martin. Wildcats in a physical battle, and is going to have to deal with it. This is going to be, unless something crazy goes on, the officials are going to just say play. Perez trying to get the good throw in the final 2 minutes. Bryant tips it down. Miller will just watch it go out. Mark Dunphy's goals got Braintree on top, 1-0. Maskell trying to get it and can't from Sean Kelly. As we wind down, was left. Lovely. Keep going to the Braintree net. I'll put the violation of Braintree with a handball, and we'll keep going. Peter Dirksmeyer. Well lit. Weymouth, who's got the win in this first half, go as Connor Hudson Bryant drills down, and the Braintree defense does a good job in knocking it away. Bryant draws the foul. Sapolis came from behind. And again in front, Miller will grab it. Perez tipped it on net, and the half will come to an end. Mark Dunphy's got the goal for Braintree. They have the lead, 1-0 at the break.
Well, it's senior night, and we had a little fireworks. We've had a goal by Braintree. Weymouth has dominated. And Wildcats still down 1-0. Then there were altercation at the end of the first half. And both teams are lucky that they did not lose a player each for the postseason. The officials, I think, were kind of kind as far as that goes. And they're trying to say, look, if punches were thrown, yeah, then we would have to eject both. It's only like 2 games. It's a 2-game vacation in the tournament. You know, they go, and believe me, as far as the rule goes, if they play a winter sport, you know, they last 1 game in the tournament, and they play a winter sport, it goes right into the tournament. As far as it goes into the winter sport, and that's what you didn't want to have happen. Play a good game senior night, and move on to the tournament. These 2 teams have a lot of respect. These coaches have been longtime friends. Billy McEachran played for Gary Burke when he was in high school. And you don't want to have that happen. But see what happens here in the second half. Mark Dunphy's got the game's only goal, as he just came in through the pack and put one in. And the Wimps lead 1-0. They took advantage of their one opportunity that they had in front of the net. Ryan Martin had an opportunity earlier. And the Wildcats have had numerous opportunities. Tim Miller has played a very, very good game. Austin Maskell and company trying to change that around. Weymouth had their opportunities to go back in this one. As the Wildcats, Jake Davenport, Lucas Vergay, all had good chances, and Jeff Perez had a chance, and Tim Miller came up with some very big saves in this game. That's one thing the Wildcats don't want to. You don't want to go in on a high note. Danny Kelly. And Austin Maskell. Kelly on the kick. And it gets deflected away and heads out. O'Reilly, getting the start on senior night. Four. Joey Long to the near side. Weymouth, jailbreak to the net. Not a near side, posted it. I thought he could get the near side and nearly got it. Corner kick Davenport and deflected over the net. Mark Dunphy's got the game's only goal, 1-0 Braintree. Wildcats, been a team that has done some good things in the second half in this 8-101 run that they're on, and they're going to have to do it here tonight. Sean Kelly kicking it out, throwing for Weymouth. Perez on the throw-in. Rolled in, and Miller beat Davenport to the soccer ball. Tim Miller has been the hero so far for Braintree. Venata heads it backwards. Dorksmeyer. Kelly over the back. Well, Dan Kelly was complaining about. He jumped on top of the Weymouth player. Bryant on the chip. Knocked down by Braintree's Brendan Garwin. Bryant trying to slip it through the Braintree defense and can't. Jake Davenport curls around on Mark Donovan. Donovan stays with him. Davenport trying to turn to the net. And Donovan just knocks it out. Another corner kick for the Wildcats have been a lot of the time in the Braintree end. Once they've had two good chances, got one of them. In front, Miller lost it, got help from his defense. Oh, it was Mark Donovan who got there and just cleared it out and the side. And Tim Miller just throws it upfield and trying to get the transition started. Brian O'Reilly. Turksmeyer. Leonardo, handball. Yeah, there was going to be called, but it was just the whistle and as the call went. Soccer ball gets thrown on the field, and Tim Miller does off-cam review. Will punch it away. Bunch of kids having it in the background. Lovely. As Mark Dunphy has got Braintree on top. O'Reilly does a good job. That wasn't an easy situation for Brian. It was in between a couple of players, and Brian O'Reilly was able to come up and grab it. Brian played on the JV basketball team last year for Jim Dolan and tried to play this year. Just showed an ability to get up there and grab it. Davenport. Jake. Chips. Fires wide. Well, Tim Miller gets the goal kick. Cold and windy it's become here in the second half. Welcome to late October weather. Ryan Martin to the middle, and Braintree trying to switch fields, and oops, that didn't pan out. Davenport behind Perez. Sean Kelly comes back, gets in the middle of the play. Kelly boots it upfield. Sean Kelly just flat out missed and nearly got a break the other way. Shane Adams in the middle. This is Joey Long rolls it in on Tim Miller. Lee McEachran not happy the way his team came to the net and that rush up field, and he's just telling them what they should have done differently. Austin Maskell broken up. Shane Adams trying to come up the near side. Adams, the sophomore forward, comes to the middle and gets tripped up in the play, but still gets the pass off. Perez
Oh, he'll go back with it for Long. Long trying to control. Long had a 4-assist game against Milton this year. 4. He's got some good size, and they're going to say that Braintree's Brian Carney from behind with the violation. Nearly 12 minutes played in the second half. Braintree 1-0. Wops get the goal from Mark Dunphy and just trying to make it stand up. Perez instead elected to go back. Jeff didn't have a chance to turn. He had a couple of Braintree players when he could turn. Handball? Or let's see. Violation on Weymouth. Shane Adams. And Weymouth trying to get up out of their zone. Well, last time Braintree came here was in the tournament. It was 1-0 in favor of Weymouth. They had beaten Braintree here earlier, and earlier that season. Wildcats probably be tournament-wise. You got to figure a prelim game, but that's going to be one of the things that they will find out. And after this game is played in a couple of days, and then they know where they got to go, or they're here for a prelim, or on the road for a prelim. It'll be an interesting team. You've seen a lot of the Division I South sectional as far as on the field. About the only team that two teams that they haven't have been New Bedford and Brockton. And Billy McEachran has definitely gone out and scouted those teams. You try to keep warm on a night like this. Lovely. Just lets it go out. Goal kick coming up for Brian O'Reilly. Brendan Kelly. Field. Lovely. Punches it up and out. Only 15 played in the second half. And Braintree got a late first half goal to take the lead, and then they've been able to make it stand up. They've had some chances. Steve Lanata hit the post here in the second half. And O'Reilly and Weymouth trying to get the equalizer. They have come close. In fact, they just missed getting the first goal before Dunphy scored. And about 4 different times they had a chance. Davenport flips it to the middle and nobody there. And knocked 3 up by Braintree, and Mark Dunphy has got the game's only goal. Wildcats trying to counterattack right here. Lanata, as it's sent for Lanata on the near side. Steve trying to turn to the middle off the Joey Long feed. Long helps out, chips it to the middle, bouncing around, and Davenport trying to slide in and steal it from Mark Donovan. Jake trying to win the one-on-one battle, and he gets to the turn. Jake just had too many blue shirts to run around. Go around Dunphy. Sean Kelly just sat there and waited for him. Kelly kicks it up. Sean trying to get it free. Sent through almost. Lovely. Whew. That was almost a nasty collision. Jack 4 picks it up. 4 trying to send it to the far flag for Jake Davenport. Davenport grabs it. Adams drills it, but right into Joey Long, who was trying to provide a little bit of a screen and waiting to break through and going after the soccer ball. Well, the student section has been kept on their hands for the most part in the second half. Credit to the Braintree defense. They've done what they've had to do, getting the lead. They tighten up. Tim Miller only had to face one testing situation. Other than that, it's just in the Womps have been able to hold off Weymouth. Weymouth had the ball in the offensive end, and the through ball doesn't get there. Davenport tried to roll up with Lanata, and it nearly did. Long as it's going to be Bryant to send it upfield. Well, it's 1-0 Weymouth over in Braintree right now. Is Braintree 1-0 here? Lanata trying to create the possibilities of changing that. Lanata gets stuffed on the play. Set downfield is Zafahovis. Does the job in sending it down, but he sent it too far down. Ryan O'Reilly and Weymouth on the goal kick. Substitutions coming in for the Wildcats. Drew Lovely is checked in. Braintree also has a substitution. Adams, Lanata can't turn the corner. It's a good defensive play by Brendan Kelly. Adams trying to get to the corner. Adams will try to cross and just hits the top of the net. A little groan. It was more like, I thought it was closer than it was, but it wasn't that close. Austin Mescal and company down 1. Tim Miller in the first half, the big time story. Made a lot of big plays in that first half. Just under 20 left. Braintree trying to make something happen. This Dan Kelly throw in. Kelly and Adams on the collision, going for the ball. Weymouth trying to loop it upfield to Lanata. As he, Goodine trying to get it upfield. Billy McEachran getting a lot of people working this one, but now it's a team down by a goal. Long, Lanata. Violation Weymouth. 18:25, counting down left. Brendan Kelly and Braintree up 1-0. And they'll go the short way. Mark Dunphy's got the game's only goal. In the middle of a scrum, he just put one into the side of the net, and that was it. There's the scoring in this one. On the pass to the near side for Anthony Henson. Henson was going forward and the pass was behind him. Joe Harrington from Brendan Kelly gives it to Dan Kelly. He's got a pretty good throw in. Nice play, Henson, to keep it in play. Wildcats control and trying to work it upfield on the attack. Joey Long to the middle. To the far flag he goes. Jake Davenport will surround the ball now and gets it and trying to make the moves. And Davenport got cut off. Peter Dirksmeyer on the throw-in. Chip to the near flag. Kelly will just clear it upfield. Bryant just has it playing. And recovers and gets it back as he gives it to Jake Lovely. Henson. Anthony just trying to go through the Braintree defense, and Joe Harrington wouldn't let him. 16 plus left. Braintree holding on to this 1-0 lead. They're just stalemated in Weymouth. Between the two 20s, for the most part. Ryan O'Reilly trying to change that with a long punt upfield. Davenport, well, he's going to try it. Trying to get inside, create an offensive chance. Jake, nice maneuver. However, it was cut off. Lanata couldn't get it. Braintree does get it. Henson cut off in the play, and it's Ryan Martin. Oh, tough call there. Looked like Ryan Martin just ran out with it. Long. Knocked down Dan Kelly. Lanata trying to win the race. Got cut off in the play very nicely by Gowan. Now we'll have a throw-in. 15 left. Braintree 1-0. Now there's Weymouth have a corner kick coming up in its future. This is going to be a throw-in. They've had some chances on some corner kicks. McEachran will be going to the bench, and Lucas Fourier will be coming in the group. And that's part of the way you hear the little roar. Peter Dirksmeyer. Nice play by Connor Hudson. Bryant can get it from Gowan. Gowan just looked like he was off to the races and got cut off. Gowan will try again. Nice defensive play. Weymouth clearing it away. Throw in for the Wumps coming up. Dan Kelly, the Wump captains. Riley does a great job. That is not an easy play. And Brian's just going to try to accelerate it upfield with a punt. And the Wumps were all back. There were like 4 blue shirts waiting for that punt to come tumbling down. Ganayan. Ian will try to go up far side. Jake Davenport had a tough pass to handle as he just stabbed at it and hoped. O'Reilly will end up with it. Long was going to head it away, and O'Reilly just told Joey, no, I'll take it, and grabbed it before it ever got through. Weymouth trying to control and counter-attack right here, and Davenport comes up, gets trying to turn the corner and can't, but recovers very nicely. Try to slide it through, and Brendan Kelly will slap it to the sideline. Timeout, Weymouth. Mark Dunphy's got the game's only goal. As Braintree 1, Weymouth nothing. Well, Billy McEachran's timeout. He wanted to set something up for Austin Maskell on the throw-in. You got a few other people and maybe attacking. And let's see how he will do it. Austin Fergie deflects, loose ball, bouncing around, and Miller grabs it. Fergie deflected it and just couldn't get it on net. He got off to the side, and Tim Miller made the play. Darwin comes in. Riley he's played well. Brian's played well. As for a start in this 2013 campaign, but finds himself trailing in the game 1-0. And Fergie comes in. Could he get it? No. Slide through. Lucas will pick it up. Chip hit towards the net. Miller just waited for it on the near side. Lucas just didn't get the shot off quick enough to power it at the Braintree goaltender. 10:40 and counting down. 1-0 Braintree. Brendan Kelly downfield and knocked away the Weymouth defense. Davenport in the middle. Settles his time, chips it ahead, wants Vergay to run through. Lucas gets spilled by Miller. Chipped up in the air, and the Wamp defense able to clear it away for just a moment. Long tips it, but tipped it out of bounds. Lovely. Can't get to it, but it helps out the fact that it's going to be a Weymouth throw-in. Ryan Martin chased him down on it. But it's from deep in the Weymouth end. Dorksmeyer loops it upfield. 8:50 and counting lift. Wildcats, Vergay gets called for being offsides. Tough call. Tough call. It looked like Lucas was going in, catching up to the pass. And Braintree did not pull up. And it was close, very close. Kelly rolls it to the middle, and it's under 8 left when he did that. Weymouth now gets it. Jake Davenport. He's been busy in this one. Davenport trying to split through. Davenport hauled down and got tripped up in the play. And let's see what we got. Davenport gets up. Do we have a kick coming up for the Wildcats? They're going to have Vergay run it. Everybody's set. Davenport just blasted it over everybody. 1-0 Braintree, it stays. Bryant, Vergey, who's going to get it on this bouncing ball, and Perez now chipped through Austin Maskell, and he just flat out chipped it over the net. Miller decides to boot this ball. Will go under 6. Unofficially left in this one. And Jake Davenport knocks it down. Now it's just a matter of getting to the net again. Wildcats have been just doing it. Vergey chipped away from him. Nice defensive play. Lanata sent down. Maskell, can he get it and control it? Austin does. Can he turn the corner? Nope. That was just good defense by Braintree. Maskell on the throw-in. Nice play, Mark Donovan. Maskell over the back. No question about it. Brendan Kelly was waiting, and Austin just climbed over him. Well, going towards under the 5-minute mark. Mark Dunphy's got the game's only goal, and Braintree just nursing it. Wamps attack. O'Reilly knocked loose. Bryan recovers. Oh, how he ever recovered is beyond me, because he was going backwards and just was able to regroup and come up with the soccer ball. Davenport knocks it down. We keep going towards the Braintree net. We head to the 4-minute mark. Long, Wildcats move it to the outside. Davenport doubled and pushed out of bounds by Braintree. Well, Sean Kelly did the job in knocking it out and making Weymouth throw it in. Bouncing ball. Vergey picks it up. Lucas turns. Lucas doubled, tripled. Just too many people to go around. Weymouth down in the offensive end. The problem is getting something through the Braintree defense. And Austin Maskell will try it off this throw-in. Whoa. Tip wide, Jeff Perez. Bryant knocks it down. Vergey tries to go up the field. Perez for Maskell. Austin, can he get free? Austin recovers, and well, Dunphy gets the cleanup as far as it goes. Joey Long. Lovely. Now, Wildcat fans are imploring their team to go on, but they got 2 minutes left to do it and get on the board. Down 1. Vergey, can he get there? Miller has just been the story. Whoa, did he do a tap? Just did a great dance step right at the far as everything went, and not walking out with the soccer ball, which would have given Weymouth the free kick. Weymouth did shut the door over in Braintree. Not many chances tonight. They gave up 2, and one of them the Womps cash in on, and the Womps take the time. Dan Kelly doing just that. Pascal just didn't kick it the way he wanted to. Davenport trying to hustle and get the ball back. And the Wildcats got to play with an ultra sense of urgency in this one. Down 1, under 2 left. They give the Womps a lot of credit. On the defensive end, they've made it very difficult. They've clustered around the goaltender and made Tim Miller have an easier time of it in the second half. Wildcats still trying to crash through. They got time. One last chance, maybe. Borgay steps through. Lucas trying to get it control. Lucas just chipped back. No, Bryant blocked. O'Reilly pulling up. Bryant just chips it up. Davenport trying to get it. One last chance. It won't happen. Tim Miller just pitches the shutout for Braintree. And the Womps come to Weymouth and get one. They took advantage of the one chance and made it happen, and Weymouth will go into the tournament with a 7-6-5 record in 2013, and it will not be the way they wanted to go in. They make the great comeback to get to the tournament, but tonight, can credit Braintree's Tim Miller coming up with the plays. For everybody Weymouth Community Access, glad you joined us. 1-0 Braintree. Good night from Sergeant Mullen Field.